Bubble Busters!
My name's Mary. I'm in my late 30s and I'm a homemaker. I live peacefully with my husband Aaron and our son Ken. It was a few months prior when something life-changing happened. Oh no! My precious comic book collection is nowhere to be found! How could this be?
Are you talking about those old comics of yours? I threw them all away.
Why would you do such a thing, Dad?
They were just some old comics. Wasn't it fun for me to throw them away? What was with all the illustrations of nude men in them, though?
Oh no, you looked through them? I can't continue on like this. This is so embarrassing. The comics we had been talking about were comics that I started to collect from when I was in high school. I couldn't believe that my dad had thrown them all away without asking me if it was okay to do so. Because of the shock I got from this revelation, I decided I didn't want to talk to my dad for a little while, so I ended up ignoring his calls for a few months after.
Mary, are you still ignoring your dad?
Yes, it's not my fault I'm angry at him for having thrown away my precious comic book collection. He didn't even ask me if it was okay to do so.
But still, he's your dad, and he didn't mean anything bad by it.
But he threw away my most favorite author's comics. They were my most prized possession.
I know they were your favorite comics, but still.
I know they're long gone now, but I still get giddy thinking about the stories they told. But still, I think you should hurry up and forgive him too, Mom.
See? Even Ken agrees with me.
If you both think it's best for me to forgive my dad, then I guess I should. But through those comics, one can tell a lot about my life up until then. They were a reflection of my teenagehood and how I came to be the person I am today. And so when my dad threw them away, it felt to me as though he was throwing my existence away. So I can't forgive him that easily. But I do also think ignoring him forever sounds like a stupid plan as well. I guess I should contact him soon.
That sounds like a great idea, Mary.
Actually, I'll text him now. Why is my mom calling me?
Mary, your dad, he passed away.
No, that can't be.
You hadn't been answering his calls recently, right? He kept telling me how much he wanted to see you for the last few months.
I was just about to text him and tell him that I wasn't angry with him anymore. I can't believe he's gone now, though. I'm so sorry, Dad.
I know you two weren't on the best of terms recently, but you'll definitely make it to his funeral this weekend, right?
Of course, Mom. The least I can do is properly say goodbye to him one last time. I still couldn't believe it, but my dad had suddenly passed away. I felt so much regret and sadness that I couldn't function properly.
Mary.
Dad, Aaron and Ken, you both have to get ready for the funeral too.
Mom, do you even have the right clothes to wear yourself?
Wow, you seem to know a lot about preparing to go to a funeral.
Hello?
Let us in already!
Oh no. Those voices belong to Aaron's sister and mother that I don't necessarily get along with.
The door was unlocked, so we let ourselves in.
Oh no, they came in without being told they could.
What are you two doing here all of a sudden?
Chelsea's wedding's on this weekend, so we came by to invite you all to come.
And don't forget to bring money instead of gifts.
Wait a second, this is the first I'm hearing about this.
My soon-to-be husband is super rich and handsome.
Stop changing the topic.
I feel as though we were simply meant to be. It was surprising to most people that someone as beautiful as me was still single until now, but that's all going to change.
I'm not sure who was thinking that was surprising, but anyway.
I get to have a personal ATM now. Oh, wait, I mean a husband. I get a husband that's going to pay for everything I want.
Then, do we really need to be giving you money at your wedding if you're going to be marrying someone that rich?
Yes, it's better to always have more money, and you can always have more.
Oh, stop bickering, you two. Just remember, Aaron, it's an honor that you're even being invited to Chelsea's wedding ceremony. Think of the money you'll be bringing as payment in order to see Chelsea looking as beautiful as ever on her wedding day.
Yeah, this is exactly why I don't get along with these two. I honestly don't want anything to do with people that think they're the most important people in the world, like these two. Aaron, I don't really want to bring this to your attention, but your sister only gifted us coupons for a wedding.
Seriously? I know we don't have a great relationship, mostly because she's so up herself, but I can't believe she'd be that stingy to us on our special day. I need to have a word with her about this.
But, like, why do I even have to give you anything nice on your wedding day? After all, you got married to that lame nerd.
It wasn't just on her wedding day that Chelsea disrespected us. When I gave birth to Ken, she again went out of her way to be rude to Aaron and I.
Hello? So that's your baby?
Yes, he's a very healthy boy.
What a bummer you had a boy. They're not cute, and you can't even have fun dressing them up.
Having cute girls like Chelsea's the best. I wish this baby was a girl too.
Even if those were your true feelings, the both of you don't have to say those things to my face or in front of my baby boy either. Like this, ever since Aaron and I got married, these two have constantly been going out of their way to belittle us and our family. According to Aaron, these two have always been quite the eccentric type.
Well, Chelsea, you got 50% on your test today.
Yeah!
Well done, my beautiful daughter. You did so well. I know you're keeping all of your brain power for the finals coming up later. That's why you only decided to get 50% on this test.
I got 98% on my test today, Mom.
How dare you get a higher score on your test than your older sister? That's so disrespectful of you. You should know your place.
So I'm trying to prove that you're better than me, you little brat.
Well then, Chelsea, let's have some cake. I got your favorite cheesecake today for us.
Yay, I love cheesecake.
Aaron, there's none for you. Brothers that don't respect their sisters don't get cake.
Dad, please come home quickly from working overseas. I don't know how much more of this bullying I can take from Mom and Chelsea. I had heard about all the times Aaron had clashed with his mom and Chelsea in the past, and the best way I could make sense of their behavior towards him was to acknowledge that they were simply missing some screws in their head. This weekend, though, is my dad's funeral. So no matter how crazy these two may be, I believe if we explain the situation to them, they'll understand that we won't be able to make it to Chelsea's wedding. Oops, even if it's just in my head, I shouldn't be calling them crazy. I'm sorry, but we won't be able to make it, considering that we'll have to go to my father's funeral on the weekend. My apologies for not being able to make it to your wedding day.
Seriously? It's not like you get anything by being there for some dead person anyway.
You
You should know better than to skip my wedding because of such a stupid reason as that.
Seriously, Chelsea? Think about Mary's feelings for once.
Honestly, I'd rather go to Grandpa's funeral, considering that this is the last time I'll be able to see him.
Ew, creepy little kid.
Why is your child so strange, Aaron?
Anyway, you'll better make it to my wedding no matter what.
If it's okay for us to go after my dad's funeral in our funeral clothes, then we'd be more than happy to go.
I don't care what you wear, just make it to my wedding.
Wow, I was being sarcastic, but if she really doesn't mind us going in our funeral clothes, then we could.
Fine, we'll be there. If you won't let us skip it no matter what, then we'll be there after Mary's dad's funeral.
You all better. It's a promise then, okay?
Dad, I'm sorry that I didn't get to say goodbye to you on better terms.
Mary, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Oh, my sister's calling me.
When are you all getting here? My wedding ceremony about to start.
The funeral's not finished yet!
You told us that it was okay for us to attend your wedding after the funeral was over, right?
I only said that so you guys would agree to come in the first place, but I didn't really mean it. You have to come here, now.
That doesn't make any sense. That just means you lied to us then.
Ugh, if you guys don't make it, you're going to ruin everything for me today. You better bring me all the money you got from the guests of the funeral as a wedding gift.
She just cut the phone call off and didn't give us a chance to say anything back.
Mary, Dad's relatives are gathering to have a meal together.
I'm so sorry, Mom. There's somewhere I have to be. Jeez, today's so hectic. Granny, we'll do our best to be back soon.
Oh, okay.
Good thinking, Ken. We really came in our funeral clothes. I hope it's okay.
Did you bring me the money you gathered from the guests at the funeral?
As if I would. That money was for the guests to show their respect to my dad and his family.
I told you to bring me that money as a way to apologize to me for getting here late.
Stop being irrational, Chelsea.
And why are you all here in your funeral clothes? That's so disrespectful of you all. Just give me all the money you got today and leave already.
I told you, we didn't bring that money here.
Where's my money?
Please don't go through my bag. I only have my prayer beads and handkerchief in there.
What's going on here?
Why are these people wearing funeral clothes to a wedding?
That's so disrespectful of them.
But the bride said it was okay, so we rushed to be here.
I never said such a thing. These people came to my wedding in their funeral clothes just to spite me. This woman is jealous of my beauty and also the fact that I'm getting married to a rich man.
What? No, that's not true.
That's right. This lady here is so jealous of my beautiful daughter that she'd do anything to ruin her special day.
No, I'm telling you all, that's not what's happening here.
How can you say that the bride and her mom aren't telling us the truth?
Hurry up and leave already. You're all bringing bad luck to my special day.
Oh no, she took my beautiful new wallet.
As your wedding gift to me, I'll be taking your wallet. You better be fine with this, considering that you promised to bring me all the money from the funeral, yet you didn't.
Ugh. At least can you give me back my wallet? Even if you take everything inside it, can I have the actual wallet back? Wow, everyone's looking at me so furiously. Because Chelsea said that I'd come here like this in order to ruin her wedding day, all the guests of the ceremony thought I was the bad one in the situation. But Chelsea was the one that said it was okay for us to come in her funeral clothes. I can't believe she acted like she never said that. I was thinking that it would be best for me and my family to just leave there but then I decided to change my mind. Someone needs to put her and her mom in their places. So my family and I decided to take part in the wedding ceremony wearing our funeral clothes. There's no way they're getting away with painting us to be the bad people in this situation. Trouble busters! If I need to, then I'll go out of my way to make things right here. I have the right to attend this wedding since I was invited, so I'll be doing just that.
Wow, you really have some nerve staying here in those funeral clothes.
Did this man just come up to say that to me? Seriously?
To be honest, I don't really like Chelsea that much though, so you protesting like this kinda made me feel good.
What?
Chelsea's full of herself and has too much pride in herself. There's just something I really don't like about her.
Wait, this man seems like he's on my side. To tell you the truth, I'm dressed like this because...
Because what?
I know we're in the middle of a wedding, but would you be willing to listen to my story of how things ended up like this for me today?
Sure. There's just a bunch of Chelsea's friends doing boring performances now anyway. Go on!
Why, thank you. With this, I told this man about what had happened leading up to today.
Wow, that's what's really going on here?
Yes, I know it sounds pretty unbelievable, but that's what Chelsea and her mom are truly like. I swear what I'm telling you is the truth.
I knew there was always something off about Chelsea, but I can't believe she'd go out of her way to be as mean as this. Leave it to me to take care of this situation here.
What are you going to do, sir? The man quickly went back to his table and started to talk to the other people sitting down with him. After that, he went around to the other tables and talked to the other guests as well. This man was going around letting everyone know what I just told him. I was surprised that he was going out of his way to bring light to my story. I was delighted by his way to do so. Soon enough, by word of mouth, pretty much all the guests at the ceremony had heard what exactly was going on between my family and Chelsea and her mom. The man even went to tell Chelsea's husband's parents about what was going on. And after he talked to them, they stood up and left their table to go somewhere.
Chelsea, it seems as though you were the one that told your sister-in-law that it was okay for her and her family to come to your wedding in their funeral clothes.
No, I'd never say such a thing. How crazy do you think I am?
Exactly. That lady just made things up and is trying to fool everyone here with her little lies. Jealousy really can make people do scary things.
I'll have to go ask her for myself then. Oh, why is the groom's mom waving for me to go over to her?
It seems as though she wants to speak to you. Let's go talk to her.
Did you really all come here wearing funeral clothes? Because Chelsea had said that it was okay for you all to do so?
Well...
Yes, that's true. You see, today was my wife's father's funeral. We had told my sister prior that we wouldn't be able to make it to her wedding since the funeral was on the same day. She said that it would be fine for us to come here in our funeral clothes after having attended the funeral. And that's why we came here like this.
Oh no, did she really?
Stop lying about what I said. Anyway, you don't even have evidence that I said that in the first place.
Well, that's true. We don't have evidence that you said that.
Oh, you need evidence? Then here you go.
Ken, how did you get your hands on just a video? On Ken's phone, there was a video of Chelsea saying it was fine for her family to come to her wedding in her funeral clothes, followed by a video of her just now when she forcefully took my bag from me.
You got everything on video, Ken?
Yeah, I'm good at keeping up with things, so I'm good at technology. You always need evidence in case something blows up later.
Give me your phone, you brat.
What's with this video, Chelsea?
No, don't look at it. It's not what it looks like.
How dare you call me an ATM?
No, I didn't mean that.
Right. Well, you can forget about it anyway.
You're going to forgive me for what I said about you?
No, but I only thought about you as a trophy wife, so I guess that makes us even.
What?
What did he just say? It seemed as though no one but me had heard what the bride and groom had just said now.
If we call off the wedding now, you know that it would be all because you caused a mess here. Meaning that you'd be the one to pay for the damages. And you don't want that now, do you?
Of course not, but you just called me a...
Ladies and gentlemen, we're so sorry for causing a scene here. I'm sure everyone here has now heard about and formed their own opinions about what my wife has done. But my stance on all this is to be made clear by the fact that I will not be calling our wedding off. We'll continue to do the best to be there for each other and help each other grow into more respectable individuals.
What a gentlemanlike thing to say.
I'm sure you'll be able to support each other in becoming better versions of yourself. I'm sure your wife will be super happy to live the rest of her life with a generous husband as yourself.
I'm so glad the wedding's not being called off. With this, Chelsea or I won't be needing to pay for any damages.
It seems as though things worked themselves out, but Chelsea doesn't look too happy about this outcome. The wedding day from hell was somehow able to be turned completely around by the groom's speech, but I seem to be the only one that had heard the groom and bride's previous conversation leading up to his speech. Therefore, I knew that in fact he wasn't as kind as he was making himself out to be.
Mary, I was able to get your wallet back from my sister.
Ooh, yay! I'm so happy you got it back for me. Thank you so much.
It was actually her husband that handed it back to me.
Oh, I see. I thought maybe he wasn't that great of a person, but I guess I must have been wrong about him.
Also, about my sister having taken your bag and wallet from you, her husband apologized together with my sister about that too. They even paid for the damages caused.
They were willing to give us money for that?
Yeah, they wish they could have apologized and given you the money directly, but because they were busy, we couldn't organize for that to happen. But here's the money.
Oh, isn't this a little too much money though?
They said that we could take them to court if you still weren't happy with an apology and the money, but what do you want to do?
Having got all this money and considering the fact that I wasn't hurt seriously or anything, I don't think we have to take them to court. Chelsea's husband had given us money for the damages she had caused us on our wedding day. On top of that, I got my beloved wallet back, so I was honestly pretty fine with forgetting about what Chelsea had done to us. I still couldn't believe Chelsea's husband was willing to give us so much money for what had happened though, and that made me think that he was actually a decent person. At least that's what I had thought, but that didn't seem to be the fact in reality. Hello?
Please help me!
What? Why are you asking me to help you of all people?
My husband only thinks of me as a trophy wife. He only treats me like an object, not an actual living human being.
Oh.
He only ever wanted me his because of my beauty. That's the only thing he likes about me. While we were dating, he was such a gentleman to me. But now that we're married, he's completely changed.
I think that's partly due to the fact that he found out your true colors. Not that I'll bring that up now.
Once I brought up getting a divorce, he said that if we were going to do so, then I'd be the one that would have to pay him for the damages. Because he'd bring up in court what had happened on her wedding day because of what I had done.
Honestly, she only has herself to blame for getting into this situation.
Are you listening? Every day he keeps reminding me that I owe him so much money we got divorced. And he only gives me barely enough money to survive every day. He's so horrible.
I think I have to point out here, you were intending on using him, right? You were simply after his money. That's why you decided to marry him, right? And that would make it that the two of you married each other in order to benefit yourselves.
So what? Please just help me get out of this mess.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to figure out how to get out of this one on your own. She really is a troublesome person. I'm going to block her number so she doesn't call me again. After that conversation of ours, I don't know what happened to Chelsea. Apparently, she's still with her husband, and he's still only giving her enough to barely make it through each day. And on top of that, apparently her mother, that was also originally planning on living off of the husband's money, has been made to live with Chelsea and her husband, and is now also subject to living off of the minimum. Because the husband always brings up Chelsea having to pay for the damages if they get a divorce, her and her mom have no other choice but to accept their fate of living poorly now. I guess that husband truly is some kind of psychopath. Today marks a month from Dad's passing.
Mary, do you want to say some words to your dad at his altar?
Yeah, Dad, I'm really sorry again for not being able to make things right between us before you passed. You were often working at this desk, weren't you?
Mary, if you want it, you can have this desk of his. I think Dad would be proud if you got good use out of it.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, something dropped. It's a handwritten letter for me from Dad.
Dear Mary, I'm sorry for having thrown your comics away without asking you first. I'll be waiting for the day you forgive me. Stay healthy and happy. Always.
Dad! Me and my dad weren't able to say our goodbyes properly, but through this letter, I was able to understand just how much he truly cared about me. I can't see him anymore now, but once I make it to the other side, I know that the first person I'll be going to is meeting my dad. Until then, I'll do my best not to waste a single day and make the most of my time I have with my family. If I'm able to make it to heaven, I'll make sure the first thing I do is apologize to him. Until then, I'll do my best to stay healthy and happy, just as he wished I'd be. Trouble Busters!